Nail by Ian Jones and Andy Edwards. Series 2, Episode 1, Bath Night. Sunday, April the 24th, 1938. Nearly 2 years have passed since the death of Mrs. Cooper and the revelation of Claude being Nail's half-brother. The world is on the brink of another war. Spain is in the midst of a civil war, and the rise of nationalism hangs over Europe like a dark and deadly cloud. In the sleepy Carmarthenshire town of Pontderw, there is little regard for the troubles of distant Europe. Life goes on, and love is in the air. Nail is alone in his cottage, readying himself for his weekly bath, but it turns out to be far less relaxing than he had anticipated. Bath night tonight? Aye, every Sunday without fail. I filled a tin bath with a kettle and a few pans of water from the range. Oh, I love a soak on a Sunday night. Always hard to know how much to put in. Never get it quite right. I pour the dregs from the kettle over some leaves in the teapot and put a red and yellow tea cosy that Mrs. John knitted for me over the top of it. That'll be nice now in a minute. I put my foot into the water. Oh, yes, see, too hot, man. Nearly bloody scalded myself. My foot is bright red and throbbing like a pig's heart. Oh, should have tested it with my elbow like my mother used to, man. I sit on the easy chair in front of the fire. Oh, big decision now. More cold water or wait 5 minutes by you? It's quite warm in the cottage tonight, so I decide to wait. It's been a warm old week for April, eh? Hardly any rain since Easter Sunday, really. Tipped down that day, mind. Cats and dogs. Easter bonnet parade had to move into the Memorial Hall, aye. Too wet for the little ones to traipse around the square, poor dabs. Still, they enjoyed her. Verdun, aye, won first prize. Margaret was chuffed to bits. She was up till God knows when the night before, sewing felt and sticking feathers like, she was making a hat for King George, man. I don't think Ella Prothero was very happy, mind. 3 years in a row she's won it. Stormed off, she did, after Reverend James announced the winner. Silly woman. I was pleased for Margaret, though. Nice for her. Anyway, I test the water again. Oh, with my elbow this time. No, still too hot. I'll have to put a bit of cold in there. I walk into the kitchen in my birthday suit, carrying 2 empty pans. As I turn on the tap, Caio walks in through the back door. All right, Niall? I'm in the altogether, man, Caio. All right, he says. He's in his own world and seemingly unperturbed by my lack of clothing. I've not been working since the colliery. I walk back into the sitting room, put on my trench coat, cover my modesty, and he follows me and sits on the floor in front of the dresser. Always sits on the floor, Caio. He's a strange one. I was thinking I might go to Spain, he says. Spain? What the hell do you want to go to Spain for, I say? Fascist, man. General Franks or something. He's taken over the place, man. And so, I say, well, they're looking for soldiers to go and fight them, and I thought I might sign up. Bit dangerous, Caio, I say. I know, but I'm broke, man, Niall, and there's no work around here. If I can shoot a woodcock, I can shoot a fascist, can't I? Listen, Caio, how the hell would you get there in the first place? I don't know, to be honest, but I was thinking... there's a long pause. I was thinking... wondering, he pauses again. Do you fancy it, Neil? You know, go on an adventure like. Adventure? Are you crackers, Caio? Going to war for an adventure? I been there, good boy. I done it. Remember? Now pull yourself together, man. Bloody adventure. Catch the bus to Arbor Ishmael, man. There's an adventure for you, not fighting bloody black shirts in Spain. Don't be a bloody tups in tup, man. There'll be a war closer to home now in a minute. You mark my words. That bloody idiot in Berlin will soon see to that. I got to find work, Neil. I got to do something. Listen now, Caio. I'll have a word with Brian Bach in Pontderw farm. He always needs hands for the harvest, and Eddie said he could do with some help in the ship. His gout is killing him again. Why don't you go and see him now? He'll be quiet tonight. The pub shouldn't really be open on a Sunday, but I rig the local Bobby turns a blind eye. He's in there himself anyway half the time. It's worth a shot, Caio. Better than getting shot in Spain. And it's a bit closer too. Aye, says Caio. Suppose so. Oh, thanks, Neil. He shuts the back door and heads off down through the horsefield towards the alley. Bloody fascists, I mutter to myself. I take off my trench coat and dip my toe into the water now, slow back like. That's better, yes. Gradually I lower myself down and couch up with my knees bent. I pick up a bar of Lux off the hearth and start to soap up. Evening, Hobart, says Claude as he walks through the kitchen. I just saw Caio in the square. He said you were in. He's going to see Eddie in the ship about a job. Apparently his gout is giving him trouble again. You'd die. He sits in the easy chair behind me and crosses his legs. Having a bath, you boy, he says. Aye, Sunday, you know. How's the world treating you, Hobart? How's it going with Margaret? Casual it is, Claude. Just friends, you know. She's still a bit upset about Die Slug passing. You know, even if he was a thug, he was still her husband. And TB will take anyone, won't it, huh? I place a flannel subtly over my lap. I suppose so, says Claude. I just wanted a quick chat with you. Is now a good time? I'm sitting in the buff in a tin bath, I think to myself. Aye, good as any, I suppose, I reply. Has Howard spoken to you about the wedding? No, I reply, not really. But he seems like a happy man to me, and head over heels with Edna. Never stops going on about her. Edna this and Edna that. Oh, fair enough, says Claude. Why do you ask, man? Well, it's just I asked him about it, and he went all coy, you know. Didn't seem to want to discuss it. Nerves, probably, I reply. Sure to be, says Claude, sure to be. I'll head off then, Hobart. Enjoy your bath. Thanks, Claude. I can give you a hand in the allotment Tuesday if you want. Can't do it tomorrow. I'm meeting up with Tommy and the boys. Thanks, Hobart. That would be great. And off he sets. Oh, fancy a cup of tea now. Like a cuppa in the bath. I leave soggy footprints behind me on the boards as I walk soft-footed into the kitchen. I pour the tea through the strainer onto the milk and take the cup back into the bath with me. Milk first, then pour the tea, my mother used to say. Don't know why, mind. Tastes the same to me. I relax in the warm water now and slush the tea through my teeth. Oh, lovely. The The firelight flickers on the ceiling and glances off the crystal vase on the Welsh dresser. My mother gave me that as a wedding present. The latch of the cottage door clicks again. Oh, for 5 minutes, peace, who's that now? Howard Deaf closes the back door behind him and sits at the table. He puts a paper parcel of cold cuts on the dresser and holds a clove compress to the side of his face. Having a bath, you boy? That's right, Howard. Sunday, you know. I might have one later. Can I talk to you, Neil? Need to talk to someone. Why not? I say sarcastically. I'm not doing anything, only having a bath, that's all. Good, says Howard. I got something on my mind, see. The vicar has asked me and Edna over to the vicarage to have a chat about Saturday. Oh, aye? Well, I'm nervous, aren't I? I'm nervous, I am, Neil. Don't worry, Howard. All he'll want to do is put you at your ease. See what you want for the service and all that, you know. Check you're legal to get married, you know, that sort of thing. Will you and Margaret come with us, Neil? I got blooming toothache and pains in my stomach and everything from, you know, thinking about it. He folds his arms around his midriff. Edna's given me a tonic, but it's not helping. Okay, I suppose we can come. If you think it'll help. I'll say anything to finish my bath. Let's talk about it tomorrow morning, shall we? You still come in? I'm meeting Merv 10:30 in the caff. Howard looks at his watch. 10:30. I don't know. I'll have to see how I am. I'm just worrying about the vicar, you know. No need to be worried, man, Howard. It'll all go fine. I'll speak with Maggie now, and I'm sure she won't mind coming. Well, he looks down at his boots. It's not really about that, Neil, he says. Well, what is it then, Howard? Come on, man, spit it out. I'm having a bath. He pauses, and then slowly lifts his head. I'm already married, Neil. What? Already married? What do you mean? I mean I'm still married, I think. What do you mean you think? I say, and stand up in the bath. Well, I don't know, to be honest, what I'm going to do, Neil. What am I going to do? We stare at each other in silence for several seconds. Put your meat and potatoes away, man, Neil. This is serious. I grab my trench coat from the chair and cover myself up. Well, you're going to have to find out before Saturday, Howard. I know that, he replies. I know. He picks up his cold cuts from the dresser and closes the cottage door behind him. Right, I say out loud, stuff this. I leave the tin bath full of the water. I'll wash my hair in that after. Within 5 minutes I'm dried, fully dressed, and on my way through the horse field towards the square. Only one solution to this, I'm afraid. The ship it is. I open the wooden door of the pub. Caio is standing behind the bar pulling a pint of Buckley's for Eirig book and pencil. Bloody hell, boy, that didn't take long, I say to him, and he smiles. Oh, thanks, Neil, you're a pal.